I just don't think it's there, and eventually it will be, but I've never had faith in it. Even though I have it on this vehicle, I've never kicked it into autopilot. So. And I know it's a personal preference. Some people have the faith to take a nap and drive. It's like, but I don't want to be that person that, hits a person because I was putting faith in some automated thing. So I think it's a ways away. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, it's very safe because I use it almost every day. And sometimes, like I said, in stop and go traffic, you see sometimes people get an accident and everybody's moving 10 miles an hour. The autopilot prevents that, And if they say it's not safe, it's probably somebody who just neglected it.
This is actually just a warning here. This is new from the latest update. But to enable autopilot, it would just be 2 clicks on the stock.
It does a lot of ghost braking. So basically, if you're on the freeway and if you're in like the slow lane and a car is trying to come onto the freeway, it'll slam on the brakes for you. And if your foot's not on the gas and you're not fast enough to react, then you might get into an accident.
Once they figure out the software, then they just push it out and you download it over Wi-Fi.
We've seen all these crashes with autopilot taking place. There was just recently the 3rd time that someone was killed by hitting a semi-truck, and it's always the same crash. They're not paying attention, and the Tesla just doesn't see the semi-truck, runs under it. And you would think if they were paying attention, they would have avoided it. That's what you expect. So they weren't paying attention, and yeah, you can say the driver should have been paying attention. But after the 3rd fatality, I think telling drivers to pay attention isn't going to stop the 4th fatality, that we need more aggressive driver monitoring, and that's what this recall is about. But the real thing these things need is an effective driver monitor, and most people think you really need a dedicated camera for that, and Tesla doesn't have one in most, if any, of its vehicles. So NHTSA did not require them to add a camera. And we've seen these software patches can only do so much. You can't create hardware out of thin air with a software patch. So this is going to be it will be an improvement in safety. How much it improves safety, we don't know, but it's not going to be the improvement you would hope based on what other manufacturers are already doing for safety.